Severe weather for the Midwest again, flash flooding in multiple locations, and Hurricane Erin. Good morning, I'm meteorologist Pew. Today is August 16th, 2025. In terms of severe weather, we have a slight risk or a 2 out of 5 in South Dakota, and we have a marginal risk going from the northern plains all the way to the Midwest. And what this entails is that we actually have a 2% isolated tornado risk in the Midwest, specifically in Wisconsin. And then for South Dakota, we have a 15% chance to see winds up to 60 miles per hour or greater, and also a 15% chance to see hail. But I also wouldn't rule out an isolated wind or hail event in any of these marginal risk areas as well. In terms of flash flooding, the Weather Prediction Center has issued a slight risk or a 2 out of 4 in the Midwest again for tomorrow as well. And we also have a slight risk in central Texas and New Mexico. And we also have marginal risk for flash flooding throughout the southeast and in the northwest. Starting with the Midwest, you guys are already seeing remnants of an MCS or mesoscale convective system, or basically one big blob. And that's going to start going into Wisconsin and start dissipating around 2 p.m. Central Time. But it may start redeveloping around 6 p.m. Central Time and start heading southeast towards Michigan, Illinois, Indiana. And you can expect 1 to 3 inches of rainfall. For South Dakota, it looks like storms are going to start initiating first in Wyoming, and that's going to happen around 2 p.m. Mountain Time or 3 p.m. Central Time, and it's going to reach South Dakota by 6 p.m. this evening. For South Texas, you guys are already seeing remnants of that tropical disturbance we've seen from the Gulf from yesterday, and we're going to see more isolated rainfall throughout the day and maybe heavier rain around 5 p.m. Central Time, and you can expect 1 to 2 inches of rainfall. For the Southeast, you can see isolated and short-lived cells around 2 p.m. Eastern Time, and you can expect 1 to 2 inches of rainfall. For New Mexico, we're going to see something similar where we're going to see isolated cells around 2 p.m. Mountain Time, and you can expect maybe about ½ an inch to an inch. And then for the Northwest, stretching from Oregon, Idaho to Montana, you can expect a long wave of showers pretty much all day, and you can expect maybe 1 to 2 inches of rainfall. In terms of the tropics, we woke up yesterday and Hurricane Erin was a Category 1, and today we wake up and she's a Category 4 with sustained winds up to 145 miles per hour. There are some models that are suggesting that she may get stronger up to a Category 5, but most models are indicating that she's going to remain a Category 4. The good news is that her projected path is still going to be shifting to the north to the northeast and pretty much going to be avoiding the east coast. As of right now, her projected path is going to be so far to the east from the east coast that the coastline may not even see any winds greater than 40 miles per hour. But high tides and maybe showers still pose a risk for the coastline. And as of right now, places like Puerto Rico may see isolated 4 to 6 inches of rainfall for this weekend. Okay, now back inland and at the surface, we have 2 low pressures, one in the Midwest and one in the northern plains. Both of these low pressures are going to be in assignment with a cold frontal boundary that's going to pursue itself southward, and that's going to provide a lot of surface lift for these thunderstorm developments. And with low pressures being associated with counterclockwise flow, especially the ones in the eastern Rockies, we're going to have southerly winds that's bringing in warm, moist air into the northern plains. And in addition to that, the winds in South Dakota are going to travel from the east to the west. And we know in this area that the terrain gets higher as you go to the west, so we're going to have a lot of orographic lift, or basically the winds following the surface, and it's going to produce more upward motion. And with the low pressure in the Midwest, it's bringing in south to southwesterly winds into that remnants of the MCS that we're seeing this morning, and that's going to help redevelop it. And that's why we have